Hey everyone, Hazz here. Today I'll be showing you one of my war videos. So I put this together. It's a few clips of a couple of wars that I've done over the past few days. So first up, I killed this massacre, but I forgot to record it, so just a rookie error, but that's alright. We're going to go into this first war here. It's war number 8, so would have been the war before the last one. Coming up against a Luke Cage here, just in section 1. Shifting immunity, blood in the water, not too crazy for a mega. So we're just pretty much parrying, doing a combo, dropping a heavy, and then that's pretty much going to be it. You know, this is tier 11, so the health pools aren't too big. With a rank 4 Omega, he just crushes them super quick. So you take a combo, which is not great, but you know, Omega's pretty sustainable, so I'm able to heal quite a lot of it back, which is nice. I also don't use any items for these two wars, I don't believe, which is good. Save some potions, save some loyalty, which is fantastic. Going into this Mixmaster Korg now. I take these most wars, I would say like 9 out of 10 wars has a Mixmaster Korg, especially in tier 11. So it's pretty simple there, Mega. You just want to go light medium combo, heavy attack, and then another parry or an intercept, whatever you want to go for. Bait out a special 1, go for a parry, and then a heavy, and then he pretty much goes down at that point. Finish at a full yellow bar, pretty simple. So that was my path for section 1. Moving on to section 2, we got a Mole Man here. He's on Window of Opportunity Stun and Blood in the Water. Again, not too big of a deal. I think I do make a mistake in this fight, but it's nothing too huge. I managed to come out pretty much unscathed, I think. So you can see we're doing a slow combo, building up spores. We're able to hit his block because he has no monster mass, so he's not going to retaliate with the Unstoppable. Get a couple perfect blocks in from the synergy, which is really nice, and then he goes down. So that was fantastic. I didn't actually make a mistake, which is good. But yeah, the team I'm running, I got Omega, Sabretooth, and Guardian. So Omega, obviously the main carry of the team. Sabretooth being both a synergy for Omega and actually for Guardian as well, giving the perfect blocks. And then Guardian's there again for the perfect box synergy, but also because I like using Guardian as well. So I think it's a pretty good team. But up here we're on path 9, which is the Hazz shift path. It's a shock and bleed, so Omega's really good. You just parry, build your spores for the first bit. The thing with Longshot is he has 300% increased ability accuracy, so you get a lot of bleeds and shocks on you. So just play it slow and you'll be fine. You can see there, I finished it pretty much full yellow bar, 25 seconds. Pretty nice. Next up, got a Yellow Jacket. Similar thing, it's on a Hazz shift again, so just trying to parry as much as you can, build up spores, and then he'll go down pretty quick. As you can see, most of these fights end between 15 and 25 seconds. It's probably because it's a little bit of a lower health pool in slightly lower tiers, but also Omega just does so much damage in such a small amount of time. But here we've got a magic on kinetic transference. Everyone knows Omega's a fantastic magic counter, so pretty much just end your combo with a tentacle hit when magic crosses the bar of power. Unfortunately, I didn't really do that well at managing her power here, because I push her past the bar of power by blocking. And here I almost push her to a special 3, so I can't really block any more hits, which is annoying, but she does end up dying from the spores, which is nice. So yeah, that fight I did mess up quite a bit, because perfect block obviously gives kinetic transference double the amount of power, and then she got pushed past the bar of power. I took some limbo damage, but we managed to heal it up, so it wasn't the biggest deal in the world, but I definitely could have managed that better. Moving on to Boss Island, we have a thing, missing in action, feat of vigilance I think, and a couple of nodes that don't really matter, so it's basically just an Omega fight. So again, just building up spores like usual, going in for a parry heavy, and then he'll just start to melt, build up a few more spores, stay close to him, and yeah, he's pretty much toast now. Again, like 15-20 second fight, no damage taken, gives the perfect block, you know, free healing from willpower from the bleed. Like there's not much more you could ask for in that fight, to be honest. Next up we got a Nick Fury. This one's on Combat Deja Vu Prowess and Prowess Puncture. This one's pretty simple. It's a little bit like, you gotta play a bit like Mixmaster if you don't want to get the block penetration, but it's not too big of a deal because Nick doesn't do too much block damage anyway, aside from his special one, which can be kind of annoying, but if you can dex that, then that's fantastic. Or if you have someone with high damage over time, or just high damage in general, you don't really have to worry about any of that. So go ahead and time our degen to when his life level decoy expires, that way we can have the degen going into the next phase, take him down a bit quicker, which is nice. Then some spores do the work, and then he's pretty much dead now. So again, like for a Nick Fury fight, that was 30 seconds, that's pretty quick. Definitely on the quicker end of Nick Fury fights, especially when you deal with that second phase. But yeah, pretty simple. Going into a Doom fight. Now, I was kind of tempted to use Guardian for this, because he's just really safe against Doom, but I went with Omega because he just is going to clear it so quickly. So not much point really doing anything else. So, you know, just gonna parry, do a short combo. Usually like to wait up my parries. I got a 20% battery warning there, which kind of got me a bit worried in case I took a combo, but it's fine. So yeah, as you can see, most of these fights are literally just stay close to them, parry a bit, do a couple combos and drop heavy, and then pretty much dead. So pretty simple fights, to be honest, which is good. But I think that's going to be all my fights for this war. I believe it took 11 fights. We did end up winning, which is fantastic. We beat him slightly in attack bonus, slightly in defender diversity. I always try to get 150 diversity. You know, shout out to Marcus and Crunch, you guys did really well. Shout out to the other alliance as well, they did pretty well. We just managed to scrape in the win, which is fantastic. So I think we're going to move on to War 9 here. So here we got a Stealth Suit Spider-Man. This is going to be both with my main and my mini account, which I'll show my mini after I've done all my main fights, and that's probably better. I don't know why I'm waiting so long here, but that's okay. Probably just checking I'm recording or something. So Path 8, which is Rich Get Richer, and Mystic Ward. Nodes don't really matter for Section 1, to be completely honest, because they have such low health pools. So we're going to go start off with a heavy. I don't really know why, probably just should have gone for a combo, because it kind of wastes my perfect block charges, but again, Stealthy has a small health pool, goes down in like 10 seconds, so whatever. It didn't really matter what I did, to be honest. Next up here we got a Joe Fix-It, and then we got a Void after that. I think Void's really the only champion that Omega can't do outside of robots, just because of suicides. But again, like if it's a low rank Void, or you know, not a tough node, it's usually fine. But Joe Fix-It here, similar nodes for Path 8. Hit with unblockable, and then go for a heavy, and that's pretty much it. It was a nice fight there, you know, about 10 seconds. So yeah, I do end up taking this Void here, only because it's not a very stacked Void. And also, you know, Omega only has one debuff for 16 seconds, so I know even if he is kind of high rank, it's probably not going to kill me. Might cost a potion, or I might have to heal up at the end or whatever, but it's never really a huge deal. But it's shifting immunity, Blood in the Water, so I think Blood in the Water was why I was a bit worried about this fight, because I wasn't sure how much damage his debuffs were going to do, especially if I kind of messed up, took a combo, and then he did a bunch of damage, and then he hit me with a special one or something. I got a few debuffs on me, I'd probably be dead. But luckily it wasn't too bad, because he goes down so quick. So you can see I'm taking a bit of damage. It looks like it's about 360 per tick, which is decent. I tried to finish with a special one, but he dies too quickly. We ended up only losing like 9%, so it wasn't a huge deal. But next up, I think I've got another Mixmaster Korg, which is nice. I always like fighting Korg. People always ask me, why are you crazy or something? Like, Korg is a hard fight, and I said not with Omega. You know, it's fun with Omega, because you just melt him so quick. Going in here, 91% health, Mixmaster Korg. Standard combo like I showed you before. Sometimes I will trigger the evade if he's being a bit passive, so that he can, you know, stop turtling up and then go for the retaliation. Then I can parry and get in a few more spores while my bleed's active. But there I made a mistake. I didn't realize my last attack was a heavy. I actually thought it was a medium, so I thought I was safe to go in. But it doesn't really matter. I'm kind of messing this up a little bit now. But you know, he's pretty much dead. Go for a special one, cancel. Gonna finish at 91% health. I thought that would finish him off and I'd finish at 100, but yeah, whatever, same, 95, 100. Next up here we got a Medusa. We're on path 5. This is the first time this season I think I'm on path 5. I usually assign myself path 9 because most other people are fine with other paths, so that's fine. But here we got a Medusa. Again, she'll be down in like 15-20 seconds, so not a fight I'm particularly worried about. I think it's kinetic transference and then crumbling armor, but you know, it's just a Medusa basically. So just gonna go for a heavy here, reapply the degen, and she's dead. I think that was about 18 seconds or so. Next up we've got a Penny. Penny is a bit threatening, especially now that she got fixed with the heavy attack bug, but it's a safeguard Penny, only 73,000 health. Omega should take her down really quickly before she even gets to a bar of power, so I'm not too worried about this one either. You see her get to about 13 spores, lock them in. She's just shy of a bar of power. I like to do that a lot of the time, just make sure they don't get to a bar of power so that things don't go wrong. And then I push her above and then she's dead. So, you know, easy fight, 17 seconds, no damage taken, pretty much a perfect fight. Now I will be using Guardian for this. Omega could do it, but Guardian's just so much safer with the block efficiency. You don't have to worry about getting stunned through block. He's also not stun immune against Guardian because, you know, he only has 2 charges, whereas against Omega he would have 4. So, you know, you lose those 2 abilities, and then Guardian obviously class advantage, perfect block specials. He's just a safer option in general. Here I don't really know what happened. I think I was just a bit late for that. I was a bit hesitant to be honest, but again, it doesn't really matter. I'm not taking much damage at all. We got free willpower from the weakness. And then I think I'm going to go for a special 1 and then a special 2, and then he'll pretty much be dead. Big special 2 to end the fight, and it's over. We probably could have just gone straight to special 2, build up like 3 or 4 charges, and he would have died anyway, but I guess better safe than sorry, right? Next up got an Elsa. I took this fight because I wasn't sure if my alliance mates, you know, wanted to take it or not, and they had not already finished their section 2, so I thought I may as well just take it. I got a mutant, so just in case they're running suicides. They weren't anyway, but just in case. I wanted to just make sure. Go for a light ending combo, build up some spores. She's going to trigger Unstoppable here, but she's basically going to die anyway, so not a huge deal. There we go, 14 seconds. Now I'm going to move on to the mini bosses. Got a Modok on Safeguard and Recovery. You know, this is just basically a Safeguard Modok, because unless he runs Suicide, he's not going to really have much healing, which he doesn't, so that's fantastic. Get to 10 spores. A little bit annoying to get there if you got his auto block to deal with, but you know, as long as you parry and stay close, you'll be fine. Get to 23, 24, 25 spores and climbing, get to 30. I get parried here. I'm just a little bit late on that, on the heavy, but it's okay. We go back in and then try to finish with a special 1, get some healing, which was not bad timing, finish at 88%. Pretty nice. Next up we've got an Invisible Woman here. Just on polka dot power, so not a huge deal for Omega. He's got the heavy T-Gen debuff, so he's able to just get power from polka dot power, although we're not really going to need it because he's going to finish the fight in 20 seconds. So here we go, taking down our shield slowly. We don't want to hit her too much just in case we activate invisibility, so that we do, we just whiff a light into her, throw a heavy, and she's pretty much done for. Do a combo, slow it down, finish the fight, that's it. Less than 20 seconds I think that was, yeah, 16 seconds and she's down. Final fight up here, I was debating about taking the Mojo Bosch, but Toxic Unicorn had it covered. He uses Torch and he just melts everything, so that was fantastic. But Omega can take Mojo Bosses because of his degen mitigation. Passive degen mitigation, that is. But here, we're just literally going to stay close, even just ignore his rock field because it doesn't deal too much damage. With 2 debuffs healing us from willpower, there's not a chance he's going to make a proper dent in us, even with Bane there. Go unblockable, going to transfer that Bane back. Use a medium for spacing, throw a heavy, and then he's dead. That's it. Even disorient, even with the rock field, everything, doesn't matter. Still finish at max health, so it's fine. Moving on to my mini now. My mini's in BG3, my main's in BG1, so that's why it looks different in terms of paths cleared. But here we're going in with a Shang-Chi. I think it's a biohazard node on path 9 in section 1, so Ghost is obviously going to be fantastic for it. In terms of my team, typically for War, my mini I usually use Ghost, Hercules and Magneto. Sometimes I'll swap out Hercules with Mole Man maybe, but I usually always bring Magneto and Ghost just because they wreck so many things on the map. I don't really use Ghost with Wasp. I just don't. I don't really think that needs much clarity, to be honest. I just use her without Wasp and it's fine. You know, like the unblockable specials are better than not having them, but at the same time, like if you can play Ghost without Wasp, that frees up another spot in your team. So I was able to put Hercules or Magneto instead of Wasp. I don't even think I have a Wasp on the mini account, like any star anyway. So anyway, here we're gonna go for a special 2. I was a little bit late on that, or a little bit early depending on how you look at it. But it was fine in the end, he dashed in. If he didn't dash in, I probably would have caught a combo, but it wouldn't have been too big of a deal. Going in with Herc here, I don't really want to face a Magneto with a Ghost, to be honest. You know, because Ghost is obviously metal, so Magneto can't miss against her, and then you have the 70% reduction in ability accuracy, so it's just not a fun time. So just going with Herc, and Herc's going to destroy it. I could use Herc on my main, but I've already got my team pretty much sorted with my rank 4 Omega, Sabretooth and Guardian. That's pretty much my favourite team at the moment, I think, just because it makes Omega so much better. I mean, he can do all those fights by himself as well, but it would have taken like 5 or 10 seconds longer, and so by using that team I'm almost guaranteed to win the fight with Omega, as long as I don't make some sort of catastrophic mistake, because he just finishes the fight so quickly and so efficiently. There's no need for items either. But if it's a case of like there's a robot on the path, or there's like a lot of robots everywhere, then I might consider swapping Sabretooth for Mags, in which case I won't have either of the good synergies. But again, like that usually doesn't happen, so usually it's fine, and Guardian can take most fights that Omega can't anyway, so whatever. But here we're going in for a window of opportunity stun Bishop. Obviously going to go in with Ghost, very good for this fight. I think I do make a slight mistake, but it's not a huge deal, it doesn't cost me much. Just going to bait a special 1. If he throws it, here we go. Yeah, he actually was pretty liberal with that. Gonna block some of the hits. I can dex a special 1, but you know, I was already mid-phase, so I thought better not risk the end dex there, especially because I don't think the timing was right. But yeah, just go in for a special 2. When you phase, you convert all of your damage over time debuffs to passive furies. I already had a couple incinerates, so I had a couple fury, and then he just died from there. I didn't expect it to do that much damage because I don't run suicides on this account, but I did expect it to do a lot of damage, so that was good. Now we got a Penny Parker. I'm not too worried about this fight, to be honest. It's just a Penny Parker on Hazard Shift. It's a Mags fight, essentially, that's what it is. Because anywhere else on the map it would have been a Mags fight, but especially on Hazard Shift where you can heal from all those debuffs, because he's got 90% shock and bleed debuff potency reduction. So, you know, it's pretty much just a textbook Magneto fight here. I don't know why I'm really trying to play into Penny. I think I was a bit worried because I was going to use a heavy and then I was going to get like lots of power burn damage. I wasn't really sure how much power burn damage she was going to do, but I didn't want to find out, so I think I just played it super safe for this one, even though I probably didn't have to. So yeah, that's fine. Like, I probably could have just played normally. I would have taken a bit of power burn damage, but it wouldn't have been the end of the world. Although I do decide to play it safe. Perfect. Knocking down with the heavy. I got a bit nervous, so I thought she might auto block, but nope. So now she's going in. If my Mags was awakened, it would have been better because he has higher block penetration. But unfortunately, he is unawakened, so he doesn't benefit from that. That's why you're seeing the shield go down a little bit slower compared to like an awakened Magneto. Not a big deal though, the shield's basically going to go down now. I think we just got a heavy, cancel into a special 2, maybe. No, it looks like we're going to go to special 3. That's fine. Either or. I think I just go, yeah, like I said, play it safe, special 3. I think she might even die from this one special 3, or like almost kills her and then the bleed finishes her off, I think. But yeah, Magneto is just ridiculous. Finishes the fight. It was like a minute maybe, a minute and a half, so a little bit longer, but not a big deal. You know, we came out with pretty much max health, so that was great. Going in here, we got a Korg on Hazard Shift. This one can be maybe a little bit tough if you don't know how to fight Korg, or you just don't have an option for Hazard Shift, but luckily I have a Ghost, and Ghost is fantastic with Korg, and she's fantastic for the Hazard Shift, so she worked really well here. Didn't need to heal up because I was pretty confident in the fight. You know, we're just going to build up a bunch of Furies, take down his shield. When you intercept Korg with the light, you take off 2 charges, which is great. You can see he's already pretty much dead, so that's nice. Deck Special 1 here. We're going to go in here, do some light combos to not take any thorns. I'm just waiting for the shield to come down, and then I think, do I finish off with a special? No, I finish off with a medium, and that's it. So I think that was my last fight for the war. We ended up winning this one as well, which was really nice. We won by quite a lot. They died quite a few times. They died 72 times, which is probably the most I've ever seen an alliance die. We only got 21, which I was really happy with. Again, shout out to Marcus and Waz as well. You guys did really well. So yeah, but this one was quite a nice win to have after a couple of losses this season. So I'm really hopeful for the rest of the season. Hopefully we can keep getting some wins, and let's finish the season out on a high. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.